Yo, what's up, Dre? Just so you know, I'm going live. Just so you know. Go. And actually, maybe I could use you as somebody in the thing. Maybe we'll see. But going live right now. See if anyone's on here on this 12 o'clock. Was that door not locked up?
It was. Brett let me in.
Oh.
How you doing today?
Doing good. All right, seeing if people can hear me. Test, test, test. All right, seeing if people can hear me. Cool. All right, guys, if you're there, put a chat below so I can see if I can see it on my tablet or iPad here. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday. First time testing this out. So see if it will work. Well, man, I'll tell you what, Dre. Can you hear me? Once you warm up, man, come over here and we'll just do some training and we'll go live. I'll stay live, and I don't see anyone in here. I see like a couple of people watching, but so wrap up, warm up, and come over here. Won't be that weird person that's on live and being weird. We'll tell you what. Actually, once we're wrapped up, warm up, let's work on the double M bag a little bit. I'll keep my eye on the chat if anyone got anything to say. Oh, here we go. LF, thank you. I appreciate it, man. That's me editing. I've gotten better and better editing, trying to get more views going and make it better stuff. So I really appreciate it, my friend. It's funny though, because man, I started editing things better, LF, and man, then I did that last video that was just talking about footwork nonstop with no edits, and it did just as well as my last edited one. But I am still going to continue to improve my editing game because we can all up our game in all these different areas. So I appreciate it, my friend. You warmed up, Dre? That's true. That's true, man. Absolutely. Oh, here we go. Extreme. Well, come on here, Dre. Let's work the double end bag and do some stuff and put two things together. It's all good. You pop those suckers on, yeah. Well, here, man, let me ask you this question there, Dre, while you hit the double M bag. How would you study an opponent if you had film of them? By the way, Dre is a Golden Glove champion, got 14 fights.
I would, when it comes to break down the opponent, I would look to see what they do well. Start with what they do well first. And then once I find out what they do well, their patterns and how they move and how they operate, then I'll start to break down the little things that they do,
The holes.
the reactions, the
Mm.
holes, or how they react to this and that, and even like not even bad reactions, just like
Looking for habits.
yeah, like how do they move in? They step in and out.
Yep.
The little changes of little changes on how they move, things like that.
That's a great point. Yeah, no, definitely, I agree with that. So Extreme 51, studying habits, what they tend to do. Everyone has certain tendencies that they have. But one thing that's important to remember, because I know with some guys that I've had with pro fights where we got a lot of video on somebody, because most of the time you don't have much video on anybody, you got to remember who they're fighting, right? If they're fighting like some really tall guy, they're going to fight you different if you're not really tall. But yeah, looking for those habits, because most people have habits. Look for how they defend punches. Look for how they react to punches. Look at how they tend to want to move. But then, at the end of the day, be ready for anything. And that's why a lot of great fighters don't even watch film of guys or anything like that. So it can be a benefit. It can be a hurt. It can be both. And sometimes you can see a guy go against somebody. Tell me if you had this happen to you, Dre. You had someone go against somebody, or you watch somebody spar or whatever before you, whatever, and you're like, damn, this person might beat the hell out of me. Then you get in there, it's different.
Right, it's totally different.
Right.
Styles make fights.
Yeah.
And every fight is different.
Right.
You can't judge somebody based on how they fight somebody else.
Brandon Pierce, good morning, man, from Louisiana. Good to see you there. Yo, work some pulls. Okay. The 1-2 pull 2. I made it a lot faster, right? Getting used to that speed. Try to shoot quicker off that pull if you can. So boom, boom, hop, boom, boom. Yeah, that's closer. That's closer. It's funny. I did a survey for what the best time would be to do this, and everyone voted for 12 noon on Sunday. And there's like barely anybody here. I think because I got
12 noon on Sunday.
Yeah, but because I've always been doing that 9:30 Monday every other week.
Yeah, 9:30 a.m. Yeah,
PM.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Everyone was locked in on that
Chill
one.
down.
Mm-hmm. Move around a little bit. There you go. Now you got the time in that bag. Ooh, there you go. There you go. So you can put like a 2-3-2 after that 1-2 pull 2.
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go. There you go. Stay loose with it. Yeah. There you go. Closer. Brandon, how is your training going, man? I know you said you're looking for a pro fight coming up, right? Yeah, the drunks are still asleep, LF. You are right. Only people that are serious, man. It's like Bernard Hopkins talked about. His secret to his longevity was him in the gym and taking care of himself when he's away from the gym. There you go. And focus on the light touch. You know what I mean? You're trying to hit that bag too hard. Yeah. There it is. There it is. There it is. And move around a little bit. Don't let me be in your way too much. What is up? What is up? How do I say your name? RP, backwards RPKAR, or what do you want me to call you? But hey, what's up? What is the Pure for? I've been training like this. Is it worth a try? The pair? Are you talking about the double M bag? March 1st, Tough Man competition. Well, man, Brandon, you're going to beat the hell out of somebody again. 30K cash and a belt? Oh, my God. Can regular boxers just go into that Tough Man contest, Brandon? That's in Louisiana. There you go. There you go. Try to make some, after that head movement, step around.
Yeah, because I noticed that I'll be coming back to the center line.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, do that flip and then just step.
Around.
Yep. 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 Ooh, there you go. Mm-hmm. Prize fighter in Mississippi. You got to register with the Pro Boxing Commission in Mississippi, Brandon, for that? Or is it under the Mississippi Athletic Commission? But yeah, RP, tell me, man, about if you're asking about the para bag, if you're asking about the double M bag. Okay, gotcha, Brandon. JR Cherry says 32 and just started boxing. Too late? Well, no, it's never too late. But too late for what? Are you gonna become a world champion? Probably not. But that's okay. You can still do things. I'm trying to think of the highest level champion that started off that late. I can't think of any. I can definitely think of a lot of 25-year-olds. But again, everyone's 32 is different. You said 31? Yeah, 32. Some people's 32 is other people's 25. There you go. One thing, Brandon, is that it's all about what you, or sorry, Brandon, sorry, JR. Yeah, Brandon says, I'm 43. Yes, I will become a world champion. Well, hey, man, shoot for it, my friend. When did you start, Brandon? Remind me. I know you said it, but I don't remember when. But Cherry, started at 32. Again, too late for what? Do boxing. I recommend strongly for everybody. Do boxing for who it will make you and what it will, make you become versus, there you go, versus always what you're going to get from it, right? Because think about anything else that you do in life. If you're always looking for what you get from it, that's very narrow-sighted, right? If you start a business, look at what I'm going to get from the business versus who you're going to become in the process, what are you going to give in the process. If you're looking to coach people, what am I going to get for it? Who are you going to become? In a relationship, what am I going to get from it? How much, sugar pie am I going to get from this relationship, right? How much is this woman going to take care of me in this relationship? No. Who are you going to become in the process? It's not always about what we get, but it's who we become in the process. 2 years ago. That's nice, Brandon. Well, hey, man, best of luck. And I'm not going to hate on you, Brandon. It will be a tough road, but, you never know. You never know. Train 2 years of dieting and strength training. Nice, Brandon. 4 years altogether. There you go. There you go. I think you shoot a little quicker off that size. Yep. Boom, boom, hop, boom. Boom. Yeah, there you go. Good. You think you put a couple uppercuts together, like 45 style shots together. Boom, 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 boom. Try that real quick, just because you got the 2-3-2, but yeah, so it'll be this angle punches. You got me? What I'm saying? Yeah.
4-5-4-3.
Yeah. That's where you can rattle off a quick, almost like hook combination. There you go. But don't rush it too much. You gotta get the time in the bag. There you go. You'll get the 1-2-1-2 going and then turn it into that. Yeah. And get it back to the 1-2-1-2. Yeah. I'd say you can make it a little more 45. You're a little bit uppercut with it. More that angle. Like 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to play around with my technique a little bit more because everything I do is just so technical. Even this feel weird.
Right. Yeah, you got to just be a little bit free with it. Is there a way to make money, JR says, while doing this? Well, I mean, Brandon, he's going to make $3,000. Let's see, $3,000 cash in a belt. And Brandon, is that if you win? I assume that's if you win, right? But yeah, there's different ways you can make some money on it. Now, again, though, how often do you need to fight in a year to support yourself off of $3,000, $4,000, maybe $5,000? It's like I was just talking to Tony, and he was talking about a while back. They decade ago, they took a guy to Dominican Republic or somewhere like that. Got him to 5-0, 7-0 because they bought the fights,
Right.
and then that got it so they could get a $50,000 fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
how much did they spend in those 7 fights? To get 50,000.
Not more than $10,000.
Okay.
So turn 10 into 50.
Yeah, they're not. So
all right, it's not bad.
Did he win that 50K fight?
No, because that's simply not going to happen.
Oh, he went against like a high level boxer.
Well,
not high level.
Yeah, but higher. If you're gonna pay $50,000 to fight somebody, right, on your 5th fight or 7th fight or whatever it was.
Did he get knocked out? Did he do good?
I didn't ask all these questions, man. That's rude, right?
True.
Got another prize fight on March 29th for a 4K. So nice, man, Brandon. Man, I think Brandon, you need to do a master class on how to make money in your 40s with prize fighting, man, because you're making it happen. See, I mean, I'm from that circuit of like you getting someone in there fighting people that are, you know, for instance, I had a guy that was getting offers to fight Jared Hurd coming up and other people like that. And of course, Jeff Lacey. Can I survive off of $1,100 a month? Oh, I can't survive. Okay, yeah, true. Well, again, JR, man. Also, too, JR, every fighter has a life cycle. And Extreme, I'm going to answer your question. Coach, your opinion on Artur Beterbiev versus Bivol. I didn't see it yet, man. I got to go back and watch it again. It was a great fight. You watched it?
Man, Bivol, man.
He really
stepped in and out. It was killing him. It was killing him. That changing the range. Beterbiev thought he was gonna be in range. Step right out of range. Step right back in.
Beterbiev was missing a lot.
Yeah, missing a lot. And Jeff was step out.
Man,
a little bit of miss, a little bit.
I heard that Beterbiev came in hard in the first part of the round. First part of the fight.
Yeah, he started, but then you see the skill. That skill normally translate in the later part. So then you start to see it. The flurry of combos. He still had a lot of gas in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
And Bivol, he don't do a lot of head movement. He just do a lot of footwork and blocking. That's what he do. He step out in and out a lot.
Yep.
And he just block.
Right.
So
yeah,
it was a great fight.
Well, that's like I stole this or was reminded of this by Chris Algieri, where it's like anyone can look good for a certain amount of time, and like you're saying, the more the rounds go on, the difference in technique shows, different skill shows.
And that's what I was telling like the fighters, like when we be sparring, not even the fighters, but like people be sparring, like they'll come in like do a round on me, and like that first round, like they doing great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, in one round you got all the energy, you gonna do great. But then if we was to do 3. Like the end of the second, the third round. That's what my experience.
Yeah, the whole start to show. But yeah, JR Cherry, man, this is what my biggest recommendation to you is, my friend. You're 32 years old. Boxing does not need to be the way that you're trying to make an income to live off of. All right, because no matter how good you are, you never know when your time is over, and the life cycle of a fighter is not very long. Okay. Even if it is a couple decades, that's not very long either. And now what skill sets do you have after that? So straight up life advice, my friend, is don't go trying to make money off of boxing. If you make money off of boxing, cool. That's awesome. I recommend save that money because you can train full-time and work a full-time job. I'll give you an example of, who is it? Juan Diaz, Baby Bull Diaz. He became a lawyer while he boxed. So he's making money off of boxing and he's set up now for a career path. The guys that end up in places we don't want to be in are the guys that did nothing but box, trying to make money with that, and then they're in the poorhouse if they don't get lucky, if they don't get some sugar mama or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going back to school.
Yeah, there you go.
Get employment trade.
Dude, trades, man, trades. There are so many boxers out there that are tradesmen, and that's how they're able to get themselves going and support themselves as they climb to the top even. Right. X Extreme cannot remain consistent in the game. Any good and different suggestions? Extreme. So what do you mean by cannot remain consistent in the game? Any good and different suggestions? So if you don't mind, flesh that out, Extreme. I'd love to answer your question, my friend. Cannot remain consistent in the game. And you mean like getting fights, training? What does that mean? Explain further. There you go. Yeah, try to shoot a little bit more off the bounce. Notice how you're setting.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, try to be light on the feet. Move in, pop. There you go, pop. Yeah. That's right. Yep. Single, double shots. Put them together. There you go. There you go. There you go. You're getting those uppercuts. Nice. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Do more of those side step like that. That was good. That was good. Also, Extreme 51. What did you think of the 50 of the Better Be of Bivol rematch? And what did you think about the first fight? Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Man, off of that, I'll shoot the left there.
Shoot left. Okay.
Yeah. Pop. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. One thing too is try to get those half rhythms on it. So ba 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 ba.
Okay.
So get some of those every other jabs too.
All right.
It's a good way to get the time in the bag. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Now feel the rhythm. I'm messing up your rhythm. There you go. Yep. Just pop it, bounce it. Yep. Yep. There you go. What does this drill train? That's a great question, Kieran. So the whole time that I boxed and was trained by my father, the whole time my father trained, they didn't have a double end bag in the CYO gym. It's not a required tool. You do see Sugar Ray Robinson hitting the double end bag, a big fat one. And it's just a different tool for timing, for rhythm. It is a good one to teach rhythm. And I would say it's maybe superior, well, definitely superior than a speed bag. I would say probably the least important tool in the gym is a speed bag. But where this also helps is teaching you to finesse your shots, not muscle your shots. Because if you do push your shots on this bag, it's going to go really stupid on you. So getting the idea of just snapping, popping, and hitting a moving target. Now, there are definitely people that, in my opinion, overemphasize the importance of this tool. I'm frankly just right here because it's just a great way for him to get some different type of work in while we do this live. And I don't want to say waste time, but just mix it up a little bit. Because one thing is with training, it can become monotonous. And that's where a lot of these tools come into play, is to keep someone fresh mentally. Because you could make the argument that, hey, all you need to do is shadow box and spar, which I do make that argument. But it's it can get brain numbing a little bit. And so that's where some of these little tools, they become a thing because they look cool. What's that? Keep you fresh. Yep, keep it fresh. Keep your mind fresh. Because it is about the long haul. And so maybe Extreme 51, that might be the answer to your question about how can you stay more consistent. Is maybe by, just doing little things to keep it fresh. Also, man, heck, if maybe check out other gyms, go to different gyms and things like that. Try different things. Like I said, I need more context with that question. Cycling fan, what's the biggest difference between amateur and pro boxing? Training-wise mostly, but also fighting. Well, the biggest difference, cycling fan, is the scoring. So originally, like back when my dad fought amateur boxing, it was the same exact scoring system, just like any other sport that has amateur and pro, from my understanding. A home run in baseball is a home run in the pros or in the amateurs. In boxing, that's not the case. They changed the scoring system multiple times over the decades, and currently it is still not at a pro scoring system, meaning a knockdown does not win you the round. It is not clean, effective punches that are the weight of the scoring. It's just punches in general that have the weight of the body or snap of the shoulder that hit a scoring area of the body. And so therefore that changes the sport. And in my opinion, in some ways, doesn't prepare people as well as it could for professionals. Doesn't mean that if you're a great amateur fighter, you can't be a great professional. We've seen that play out time and time again because they have ring experience. So it definitely does translate. But I would make the argument that it leads to some of the style of fighting that we see now in the pros that is a little less exciting. And, it's changed the sport a little bit. But yeah, it's how it's scored. Those are the main things. And then obviously pro, if you're fighting only 4 rounds, your training isn't that different from an amateur. If you're fighting 12 rounds, that's a little bit different training. It's a lot longer training. You can do more marathon workouts if you're a pro fighter fighting 8 rounds, 10 rounds, 12 rounds, because that's the nature of your competition. But yeah, so what this drill trains, though, is rhythm, timing, him not pushing his punches, and him hitting a moving target. But you can make the very sincere argument that we can do all this shadow boxing. But I would say the one thing that it is good to mix this in like this is that it's forcing him to adjust his timing based off of an external mechanism, right? So it's not his own timing that he's getting to decide. He's having to match timing for when this ball is telling him to do it, which is sometimes like how an opponent is. Why? Let's see. What's up, Johnny Worry Mate? Let's see. There aren't enough YouTube videos on how to use that damn double M bag. Yeah, I mean, there's some good ones out there. I thought. I don't know. I think I've seen some throughout the years. There aren't enough. Okay. Why fighters retire early, like 40? Why do fighters retire early, like what happened after 40? Oh, like what happened after 40? Oh, well, so I'll tell you the most important reason why is that most people that fight have been doing it for a long time by the time they're 40. They've been doing it for 20 years at that point, at least, if not 25, 30 years. As you get older, that most important thing in your body, that is your brain, the one thing that separates you from a pig or any other animal on this planet is your brain. That thing doesn't heal as well. It doesn't heal as quickly. Your immune system is what heals your brain from subconcussive and concussive injuries, and your immune system decreases as you get older. So therefore, your ability to heal from those type of injuries of getting hit in the head become worse and worse and worse. And if you overstay your welcome, that's where really bad injuries can happen. Punch drunk, everything else, if not death. And now they used to think boxers were old at 30. Now, why would they say they were old at 30? Is because they were fighting pro 3 fights a month and things like that. It wasn't like how it is nowadays. So guys do have more longevity now where you have guys that are 35 and 40 at the top of the sport. But yeah, that's the main answer for that, man. Wear and tear. I mean, I don't know how many sports there are. Dre, you know more about sports. How many sports do you have guys in their 40 at the elite level?
Not too many.
Not too many, right? So
baseball, maybe.
Maybe baseball?
Yeah.
But baseball is
different.
It's a lot more like a kid's game compared to this thing.
Yeah. Football, you had Brady. And that was
How old is Brady? How old is Brady?
40. He was 44 when he had.
Yeah, but that's unheard of, right? Exactly.
And LeBron James 40 right now. So
yeah. But that's unique. Yeah, exactly. Okay, JR Cherry. I watched Lucci versus Fuji recently. How do you feel about Lucci's fight style? I don't know enough about him, man. I don't even know what weight class that is. Yeah, Extreme, I think I got your question. But yeah, JR, what weight class is that? Because again, to be clear, I'm not a fan of boxing. I coach boxing. I've done boxing. I'm not a fan of boxing. Meaning I don't get wrapped up in like people's, stories and things like that, all this other stuff. I try to stay up to date with like who's doing good things and who are some guys that I can use as examples and teaching examples and of anything, because it's always an evolving sport. I don't, my dad would be annoyed as hell if I said this, but I'm going to say it, that there are certain things that guys do now that guys didn't do back in the day. And we need to at least know those things, at least know how to counteract them, but maybe also know them. Be a versatile fighter, be a universal fighter. There you go. You want to go work on the heavy bag a little bit?
Yeah.
Let's do that. You got some good work on that. Which bag you been working on the most?
I like you do the bag that we.
Ooh, okay. Let's do it. Brandon Pierce. I'm unique too. 4-0. Prize fighting with 4 KOs. Yeah, man. And again, you know, so everyone knows, I'm not saying that people can't be unique, but unique is defined as unusual, which means it's not common, which doesn't mean we all need to try to be average, because the word average comes from the Arabic word, which is a trading merchant term, which is damaged goods. Because think about it, something was precious and now it's destroyed or hurt. It's average now. And so we don't need to be average, but we all need to have proper expectations. You don't need to think you're going to be able to fly and then jump off a building and then freaking die. Let's see you double up a little bit more with maybe some of those hooks, like head and body. There you go. And try to move with some of those shots too, you know, a little bit of that bounce.
Like moving around? Okay.
Yeah, you know, you're bouncing, moving with the shots. Kieran, honestly, same. I'm a boxer, but I don't really watch boxing, only educational stuff like this. Absolutely, man. Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the antics and the fan stuff. You know, not that he's not a good boxer or a decent boxer or, you know, whatever level he was as an amateur. Who the hell is that? Who's the hell is that English guy that got knocked the hell out of? Super slick guy. Damn. Forget his name. Skinny black guy from England. Super slick. He had all these things of him.
Conor Benn.
Yeah.
Conor Benn.
Yeah. No, is that
What's his name?
No, not Conor Benn. Not Conor Benn. No. Something like that. I know someone's gonna say it. Maybe that's his name. Something like that. But you know, don't need to mimic too much of that stuff. You know, don't try to copy Nassim Hamed. Any advice for new boxers? Something different advice from other coach. Well, how about this, Extreme? How about you answer a question for me, man? When was the last time you were in the boxing gym? Let me know. Kieran, why are we using 4 or 6 ounce MMA gloves instead of 16 ounce boxing gloves right now? Yeah, well, I don't know. Dre, you want to answer that question?
They got a lot of pros to like getting your squeeze correct, knuckle placement, because your knuckles can get lost in the 16 ounce gloves. So the knuckle placement, and yeah, just we work speed a lot too on these two. Putting them shots together.
Yeah, so that's a great point. And also something too, Kieran, is it's hard to see when someone's squeezing with always the 16s. But yeah, good way to say it, Dre. Your knuckles get lost in the 16s. That's a good way to say it. And so again, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like Dre always trains in these gloves or anything like that. But it's just a way to kind of get the speed in, get the feel in, make sure everything's lining up well. And again, like to be clear, like there's a big folklore with like bag gloves and things like that. I don't really buy too much into that, but there is something to be said for, you know, connecting with the knuckles, making sure everything's lining up properly, making sure your hands are open and you're squeezing right at the end of impact. And you become more aware of that, the less stuff you have around your hand. Oh, wow. 5 a.m.? Huh? Oh, Extreme, you were in the gym at 4 a.m. this morning? That's what you're saying, Extreme? Is that what you're saying? In the boxing gym? That's a good point. Sometimes I don't even squeeze when punching. Yeah, Kieran. I just keep my wrists straight and have good structure. Yeah, now you need to make sure you squeeze tight, man, because as you punch hard, that squeeze is part of power, and we need to develop that grip strength.
And protecting your hand.
Yeah, protecting the hand. Protecting the hand. And I mean, there's a reason why fighters have brittle hands, and it's because they get an initial injury. And once that initial injury happens, you're going to wish it didn't ever happen. And then once it's with you, it might stay with you. And yeah, unfortunately. And then now you're effed, and you're up that creek without a paddle. Yeah, Extreme. I was just confused what you're saying about 4 a.m. And Brandon, 5 a.m.? Let me know what that's in regards to, gentlemen. There you go. Now, one, you want to spin with the right hook?
Do I want to?
Let's use, yeah. Mix that in. Mix that in.
I don't know.
Yeah. So spin with the left hook, spin with the right hook. There you go.
So is it a punch or am I using like?
I mean, no, you can definitely spin with it, but let's also do it with a punch. Okay. Yeah, but I think you need to not overemphasize the power on it. Okay. Do it again. Yeah, and try to make it one move so it's this as the feet move. So we're here, boom. Almost, yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, Extreme. I would love to give you some advice, man. Just ask a question. I can't just give you, because the one thing, Extreme, I'm never going to do to you is I'm never going to bullshit you. Never going to tell you some shit that I don't think is true. So in order to do that, I'm just not going to give you some boilerplate advice. Quote a Rocky movie or something like that. I'm gonna give you advice that I feel actually will help, right? So I'm not just gonna talk to talk. I know it might seem like I talk to talk, but I try not to talk to talk. I try to talk with a purpose. So absolutely, man, any direct question you have, you said how to be more consistent, maybe perhaps. I do need more info in order to answer that question for you, Extreme 51. Brandon Pierce. I train every morning at 5 a.m., 7 days a week, training, and Wednesday, 2-a-days. Cool, Brandon. You how often you spar a week, Brandon? There you go. Yeah. Now move after that, right? Right after that. Bop. Yep. There you go. Nice. I try to put more than just one shot, right? Try to do the boom, 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 boom. Yep. Make it so it's like their surprise is a single. Okay. Versus right now, it's it's gonna be a single. All of them single. Yeah. You start off with the boom, 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 and then it's one. One. Oh yeah, no, absolutely, Brandon. If you're you're fighting this Saturday. Yeah, no sparring this week. Lay off of it. Okay, Extreme. Cool. Yes, sir, my friend. I'm going to give you some solid advice, perhaps the best advice you will hear all day. And that is one thing, my friend. You need to be consistent. Probably the reason why you're inconsistent is because you bite off more than you can chew. What does that mean? It means that you need to make it so ridiculously stupid not to fail that you're going to win. How do you do that? By making it small chunks. So just simply make it a goal, Extreme 51, that you're going to shadow box 3 rounds every day. And that is such an easy thing to do. Yeah, 10 minutes a day. There you go. 10 minutes a day. So whether it's 10 minutes or 3 rounds, which both equal about the same. But if you can't do 10 minutes a day, you hopefully in your heart will call yourself out on your own bullshit every single damn day that you don't do it. And you'll be like, you know what? I'm just being a loser, and you're just going to do it. Because what keeps us from being consistent is we make things too big, too specific, too detailed, too complicated, instead of making it easy. And when you make something so stupidly easy as just shadow box 10 minutes a day, you're going to do it, right? For instance, if someone wants to just get a little exercise in, if it's like, hey, run for 3 minutes a day, trust me, running 3 minutes a day is better than running 0. And so you boxing 0 a day is worse than you boxing for 10 minutes a day. And that will build up consistency. Then once you build in consistency, then you can start building that into bigger trainings, right? But I bet what you do, if you're anything like me or like with people that I've worked with, you try to do some big marathon workout and you do that, maybe you get really motivated, you do that 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Then next week you're freaking tired and you get exhausted, or maybe you don't have time that day or whatever, and you don't do it, and then you do 0. And then you get another day of 0, and then you build a chain of days that are 0 days. And then what does 0 plus 0 plus 0 equal? It equals 0. Versus if you add up just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 over time, you're going to be in a better place. So I hope that's beneficial to you, my friend. But that type of mindset changed my world. I had that thought on New Year's Eve where I took my daughter to the park and I was like, I'm going to run sprints. And I thought, well, damn, I'm not going to run sprints every day or a few times a week. I'm not going to get on like a sprint training program. So why the hell am I about to run sprints? I was like, well, running sprints would be better than 0. Be better than doing nothing. Thank you, Extreme. Love you too, brother. Kieran, what muscle group do you think is most forgotten for boxers to train in the gym, like weights and stuff? There's a few. I'm not going to say a single, but definitely, man, the importance of training the neck is very important. Training the grip is very, very important. Nowadays, in our soft lifestyle, we don't have good grip. Most people, if you look at the stats on men's grip, I think they're getting equivalent to females right now, and that's no good. So getting that grip, because that's part of power. And then the next one I would say to that, so neck grip is the posterior delt, right? The rear delt, because the stronger that is, the stronger everything else is with the shoulder when you're throwing hard hooks or fast punches.
I thought that Joseph Parker and McCauley fight was going to be much better, but it was a domination by Joseph Parker.
Wasn't McCauley short notice?
Yeah, very short, 48 hours. Very short.
Well, that's like the Shakur fight was.
He weighed in 310.
Wow.
Instead of 310. Yeah.
And that Shakur fight, I mean, like, Shakur is a good boxer.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting. It took him to what, round 9, I guess, I saw, to get him out of there.
I thought it was going to be, well, I didn't even think he was going to knock him out. So.
Oh no, I was like going through it. I was like, I hope he better not knock him out, man. I swear. Yeah, Kieran, absolutely. Neck, grip, rear delts, exactly. Those are very important things. Brandon Pierce, currently running 3 miles a day, so it's 20 miles a week. Is that too much on fight week? Yes, cut it back on fight week. Cut it back on fight week. Let's cut that down to, let's get about maybe 6. Since you're used to 21, I'm going to say get 9, since you're used to 21. Now, if someone isn't used to 21, so not like you, Brandon, so not a man cut from steel like you, everyone else, cut it down to like maybe 3 or 6. But for you, let's get 9 in. So, a couple days of getting those 3s in, light runs, and then those couple days before the fight. Or if you got to cut a little bit of weight or whatever, you get a light jog in.
How often are you training boxing if you run the 20 miles a week?
He says training 7 days a week.
Training 7?
7 a.m.
Yeah.
2 days. He says every morning, 5 a.m., 7 days a week. Tuesday and Wednesday are 2 days.
Yeah.
He's made of steel, man.
I had to learn from that.
He's 40. Hey, he's 42 years old. He ain't got much time there.
Okay.
He ain't got much time. And he's getting paid $4,000 a fight. So I mean, you got to give that man some credit on that one. Of course, he's like as tall as he's like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
He's like tall as hell.
He's super tall.
Yeah, he jumps on my laps. He's very tall, very long. Those long.
What he fight at?
Yo, Brandon, what do you fight at again? What weight? I'm gonna say it's like 180, 90 maybe. Kieran, I hate running. I do intense long runs of intense long sessions of shadow boxing for my cardio. I don't know if that's valid or not. It's good, Kieran, but I'll tell you what, man, I hate it running too. And oftentimes if we do something we hate, it makes us better. Okay, 6'6", 185. 6'6". Woo.
That's tall,
woo.
6'6".
6'6". Bulk up and fight heavyweight, Brandon. Beat Dubois.
Ooh.
All right. Well, Brandon Pierce. Oh, there you go. Brandon Pierce. He's an electrician. There we go. Tradesman. So Brandon Pierce on this point we're talking about, Brandon. Way to demonstrate the point. Brandon's getting paid from boxing and he's an electrician. He's a tradesman. Love it, man. I love it for you making that great example right there. Okay, so but Kieran, you hate the runs. Okay, dude, get the runs in. And if you get shin splints, just do tibia raises, like high reps, 30 reps. Because I hated running too. The challenge with shadow boxing as your only form of conditioning, if you don't do anything else for conditioning, you're just doing shadow boxing, it is very sport specific. All that, very true. But it is hard to gauge effort. If you run 3 miles and you run it at 25 minutes, let's say, you know that 3 miles was 25 minutes. And if you don't do that the next day or the next day you run, you know you either went harder or slacked more, all right? And you can gauge how much effort you're doing. With shadow boxing, it's very hard to gauge effort. It's pretty darn impossible, in my opinion, to gauge effort. Because even if it was like, I'm going to throw X number of punches around, that is an okay way. That's getting closer to gauging effort, but it's still not as precise as the run or something like that. That's a time thing for a set amount of effort or distance, right? So that's just the only thing. Because the whole time I boxed, I barely ran, and I was not in as good a shape as I could have been. Then after I stopped boxing, I started running a bunch, and I wish I was putting in those miles like that when I boxed. It would have been a different picture. Okay, Kieran. All right, I gotta go now. All right, see you, champ. Have a good Sunday. Gonna board my training. See you in the comment section sometime soon. Yep, get it, man. Go get it, Kieran. Yep. Antonio, hey coach, would you slip with the jab to the body as a southpaw against an orthodox opponent in line with the right hand? Slip with the jab. I think I know what you're talking. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. So here, Dre, stand right here real quick. So let's say I'm southpaw. He's orthodox. Slip and shoot a jab to my body. Boom. I believe that's what you're talking about. If you watch, who do we see do that recently? Big southpaw that beat up someone twice.
Beat up someone twice. Big southpaw. Oh no.
From Ukraine.
Oh, Usyk.
Usyk.
Okay. Usyk,
right.
Okay.
He was rocking that.
Yeah.
He was he was the southpaw doing it. But if I'm Tyson Fury, I'd have to be a lot fatter, right? But I'm here and Usyk, opposite stance. Boom. He was getting that in there. And then it's a pathway for you. Because again, you got things to defend this. Also, he can get out of line of this. If I go 1-2, he's still off the line of this. You could say, yeah, I can shoot down for him. But yeah, you can do anything for anything. He's also got this hand here. He can catch it, right? Boom. If I shoot down there, he can catch that hand. All right. And it's all about patterns and rhythms. And what does Usyk do? He does this high-low thing, right? So therefore, I don't know if he's going to go. If I drop down for here, I'm going to get hit with that shot. So great question, though. But yeah, it's totally fine to do that. It's very available. Doesn't Gabe do that to you?
Yes, and I would say the key is to also changing levels to also keep you protected.
Making sure you're slipping. Yeah, sure that's what he's saying. Making sure. Yeah.
Making sure I'm slipping.
Yep.
A lot of folks stay up here.
Yep, and then it's all right there. Yeah, although, but like Gabe, a pro fighter that he spars with a lot, he pulls that shot on you, doesn't? Yeah. And it don't feel good.
No.
Okay, JR Cherry. Any way to train defense on my own? Is there a specific way to shadow box? Yes. So you get in front of that mirror and you just work on watching yourself, catching punches, blocking punches, reacting, slipping, things like that. Those movements, because that's all it is. I mean, minus a little bit of resistance, or sometimes a lot of resistance, but the resistance of blocking, practicing literally your movements of defense with shadow boxing and doing that with intent, with purpose, like punches are actually coming at you. I've had plenty of guys and gals too, like one I think of right now, Rachel Peterson, that went to nationals quite a few times, and her defense, when she started shadow boxing her defense, just simply doing that, it just made it so much better automatically. Brandon, I did 8 years in DOC, and I boxed for DOC my whole time locked up, and now I'm free. Okay, well, yeah, so 8 years of boxing, Brandon, so you left that note out earlier too, man. So, you don't let these guys think that they can go 4 years and get to exactly where you are. You said you got 8 years, man. You put in that hard work. Antonio, thank you so much for your help. Yeah, man, thank you so much. We'll be wrapping it up in about 10 minutes, guys. You want to put on some normal gloves and do some mitt work?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Well, Dre, you got your wish, man, because you're like, let's get some work in. And then I was like, well, and I was gonna do my live at my house like I normally do, and then I was like, let me just do it at the gym for the hell of it. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Trony, thank you for your question, man. What's up, Rusty? Good to see you, man. Is 12 too early for everybody on a Sunday? Because that 1 hour, is that the difference between people's aspirational time and their actual time they're going to do it? That's where, dude, I had that gut feeling. It's like 9:30 p.m. I feel like everyone's free.
Right.
But you know what it is? I got a lot of people in Europe that they're like, dude, that's like 4 a.m. for them.
I was about to say, well, what time? So what time is it now?
In Europe right now, it's probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
All right, cool,
yeah. So on the attack, any way to train for it? Oh, great question, JR. So how do you observe someone while on the attack? Well, man, what's the drill that we do for that, Dre? Can you think of one off the rip?
Someone who's on the attack, or I'm on the attack. Or
yeah, so you're on the attack.
Okay, I'm on the attack.
How do you be ready for punches coming back at you, right?
Proactive head movement is what we do a lot.
Yeah,
and before you even get
and any way to train for it. So think about how well we train though is like shadow box for a second, and be ready because I'm gonna do a shot. Easy, right? So here, boom, right? Throwing punches, keep throwing punches, boom. Feel free to block something too if you want to. Bomb here. So doing a drill like this, keep shadow boxing. Yeah, move around a little bit here, wham, like that. I'm gonna shoot a straight shot, wham, boom. So this way he's punching, looking here, looking. Yeah. I'm gonna try to make a little bit more. Keep punching. So like that, just like that. That way he's still working while still watching. Because we'll have 2 modes, right? Punch mode and defense mode. Yep. And you got to blend them together. And that's one of the better ways to blend them together. Now, so Rusty, I didn't see the Bivol fight, man. But Dre said he saw it. He said it was really good. When you slid it up, do you aim at the chin or jaw? Brandon, the chin and the jaw, are you saying the tip of the chin, or are you saying for like a hook? Because the tip of the chin is the jaw, right? And the boom and the boom. You know, it's all good. Depends on what type of punch, but maybe I'm not understanding your question. 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. There you go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 2, side step 2, we've done. There you go. Yeah, right. Again. Now let's work on extending those punches a little bit more and also move afterwards. When you're sided up. Oh, I would aim for the tip of the jaw. What is the heavy bag good for? It's good for making power. Do it again. Making sure you're squeezing on your punches. We belong with those punches. Yeah. So
even the 2, 3.
Yeah. But especially the 1, 2, 3, 2. Because you kind of like right there. But yeah, so the heavy bag, and then out at the end, defense at the end. Heavy bag is good for making sure you're squeezing tight at the end of your punches. But one of the big problems with it is it doesn't move like an opponent. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, switch stance, 2, 5. And for now, yep. I got you. Again. Let's put a 2 on the end. Let's do it. Oh, you're going to go to it right away. Yeah, take that little slight pause. Take a little slight set pause.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt to put a pause between punches sometimes. That was 4.
Okay. I like it.
Let's see, three jabs. Let's see 3 jabs in the 2.
3 jabs.
So 1, 2, 3, do a little longer with it. But the problem is sometimes when you work the bag only is you start doing everything dictated to the bag. Like one thing I noticed when I work the bag too much is I was like on a 3-2. Give me a 3-2 real quick. Do it snappy and hard. Again. So he got that 3-2 right here where the 3's coming and the 2's hitting here. But sometimes if it's a bag, what happens with it, come over here a little bit. With that bag is the bag, do the 3, the bag's over here, and then now the 2 is over here. Right? Okay. And when you fight someone, it ain't always gonna be like that, right? Like do a 3-2 on my jaw, I go wham, and just straight down the pipe, right? So 3-2 on the mitt, boom, boom, do it snappy, boom, boom, do turn a little bit, right down the line, boom, boom, good again, boom, boom, good. But on the bag again, if this is the bag, do the 3 again, boom, moves it, and now it's over there. And that's a problem that can happen by doing too much bag work, changing your punches too much to dictate a bag versus actually hitting someone. This is a shuttle box for a second. I don't have any good recommendations on boxing books, unfortunately. Any advice to become a good switch hitter? What do you think, Dre?
Practice and understand just as much as you practice your orthodox. If you're orthodox, practice southpaw.
Just mix some shadow boxing with it, right? So go switch real quick. Okay. Let's see 1-1. Yeah, 1-1. And then against lesser people, go, change to get used to it and spar. 1-1. There you go, good. 1, 2, 3. See a little more hip rotation. Good head move. There you go, good. Swing back, switch stance. Boom. Switch stance. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Now, one thing that I like with the switch hitting concept and where it is useful is like, give me 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna step over there and just, let yourself be southpaw. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Someone exit out of here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, good. Let's see 1, 2, 3 though. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Ba ba ba. 1, 2, 3. Ba ba ba. You're going 1, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3. Ba ba ba. And then 1, 2, 3. So he's just ready to attack from wherever I'm at. So like, give me 2, 3, 2. 2, 3, 2. I don't even worry about that step. Yeah, just stay put. 2, 3, 2. Bam, bam, bam. He's over here. 2, 3, 2. Ba ba ba. I'm over here. 3. Ba. Good. I'm over here. 3. Ba. Good. Over here. 5, 3, 2. Over here. 5, 3, 2. Ba ba ba. So that way you can just be stationary and be able to throw from any position you're at. 1, 2. 1, 2. Ba ba. Give me that step with that 1. Ba ba. 1, 2. Ba ba. Here. 1, 2. Ba ba. 1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2. Stay put. 1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2. So it's a good way to train it. Just have someone change position on you like that. Give me a 4, 3, 2, side step 2 weave under. Good. Triple jab. Triple jab again. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2 side step. 1, 1. There you go. Good. 4, 2, 3. Step over there. 4, 2. Double. Yeah. Nice. Oh yeah. Do that again. Do it. Yeah. Any advice? Yeah. So sticking on that one. Finishing out here. Feel free to drop a super thanks. Cup of coffee. There you go. See it again. There you go again. Oh, one more time. That's nice. Ooh, nice one. Let's see. 1, 1, body, body. Weave under 2, 3. 1, 1, body, body. Yo, we're gonna dip. We're gonna dip. We're gonna dip. We're gonna dip. 1, 1, pop, pop. Boom, boom. Good. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 3B. Weave under 2, 3. Again.
I'm weaving rear.
We're weaving that way, yeah. A little bit more on that body shot and defense afterwards. There you go. Again. I try to do it off your rhythm. So go when you're ready.
What is it again?
1, 2, 3. Okay. ABC. ABC. Get your rhythm going there. There you go. Do your rhythm. There you go. Good. Jab. Jab. That's a big thing that I don't think enough people working on is just jabbing and catch at the same time. So I jab, he jab. Please remix a slip or catch. Slip or catch. Here. 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 There. Step with that jab. Yep. So that way he can defend while he jabs. Now do a catch or a jab, or a catch or a block on the jab. Okay, ready? So jab, bam. Oh, yep. Open that glove up. Good, jab. Yep. Bam. There you go. Jab. Boom. Jab. Boom. When you're ready to do the jab, you know, and I'm going to counter either one. Okay. Yeah, don't anticipate me. Nice work. Well, so about time, guys. Oh, thank you so much, JR Cherry, for the cup of coffee, man. $2. Really appreciate it. Have you ever seen a person confidence overall increase through boxing? Absolutely. Haven't you, Dre? Seen someone's confidence improve through boxing?
Yeah, 100%. Mine.
Yours, yep. People you work with, like that kid you work with. Reaction time is really sparring. My Italian coach made sparring, shadow boxing, do every movement, always jumping. In my opinion, is better when you're jumping continue or be more stationary. I'll say it's a mixture of both. Also depends on the style of fighter you are. You need to be able to move while you punch, but also set while you punch. What should I do when facing shorter opponents? They like to bow low and right hook to the body. Well, if they bow low, like I'm going to bow low, what do you think you would do?
I control.
Yeah, control them down.
Step around.
Especially when they're looking for the right,
yeah.
Right? So you step away from the right. Here, bam. It's a great little opportunity for that, at least to nullify it. Coach, how do I avoid bully in school? Man, I'm afraid we're going to have to save that answer for another time, man. Get good at boxing, right? Would you say so? Get good at boxing, right? Get good at boxing. And you know, let the haters hate, right? Yeah, they can hate. But also get better at boxing so that therefore, because I'll tell you, if you carry yourself in a certain way or if you let boxing grow your confidence like Dre was talking about, you'll carry yourself in a way that someone who's a bully won't even
be able to bully you.
Yeah, they won't be able to bully you. Yeah, because you won't react in the same way, but also they'll get a vibe off you that they don't need to bully, they should bully you. You know what I mean? Yeah, non-person to be messed with. So that wraps it up, guys. Appreciate y'all. See ya.